Today for Mousetrap Monday, we're going to test out this vintage fruit jar style mousetrap. Now the idea of making a mechanism that attaches to a fruit jar and catches mice has been around a long time. I've already posted several videos on antique and vintage fruit jar style mousetraps. The first one I posted was this trap. This is called the Unique. It has a spring-loaded door with a trigger inside. The mouse goes inside, takes the bait, and gets caught. This unique fruit jar mousetrap is over 100 years old. It was patented in 1911 and it worked really well. I've also featured other style fruit jar mousetraps, including the Old Tom. This is a really simple trap. It has a hole in front and spikes. This is called a minnow style. The mouse goes in there, squeezes through the spikes, goes in the jar, and gets caught. It can't get out without getting poked. I've also posted videos on fruit jar style mousetraps invented by YouTube viewers, like this one. Now this was inspired by a patent from 1927 and is based off a mousetrap design that's invented by a man named Coghill. This is a really simple trap design. The mouse goes through the hole in the front, squeezes through the door, it lifts up. When it goes inside to get the bait, the door closes, and you got it. I love it when YouTube viewers send me mousetraps to make, especially when they recreate vintage and antique designs. And in this video, we're going to test out a very similar style mousetrap. This is a vintage mousetrap that I don't have a patent for, so I don't know when it was made. But on the door it does have some details about this trap. It's called the Ketchum Trap. It has a manufacturer, and this was made in Chicago. Now I'm curious how well this trap works. In theory, you can catch multiple mice. They'll go in there, lift up the door, get the bait, then you can catch another one. What we're going to do is put bait inside this jar, screw on the lid. Go set this up in the chicken coop and see if we can catch some mice. I set up the vintage Ketchum fruit jar mousetrap in the chicken coop, and mice had no problem going inside, lifting up that door, and eating the bait in the jar. The problem I did have is mice also didn't have a problem escaping. They could either lift up the lid from the inside, or another mouse would come along and bust his friend out of jail. That's pretty nice of them that they take care of each other. Other mousetraps similar to this have worked well for me in the past, but this mousetrap just didn't work. At one point, I had as many as 4 mice inside, and I still did not catch a single mouse. That's why I like testing out these old vintage and antique mousetraps. Instead of just keeping them on the shelf in a collection, I like to test them out and see if they actually work. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, please consider hitting the button right there. I'm posting between 4 and 5 rodent trap videos a week, so if you want to see how to catch or not catch mice, rats, squirrels, chipmunks, moles, voles, and gophers, stay tuned.